What happens when you crash an EV? No one knows the truth. Electric vehicles, EVs, may be among the most popular types of automobiles available on the market at present. On the other hand, issues with electric vehicles continue to be a significant source of concern. Not only do the problems that many drivers have with their electric vehicles occur when they are driving the vehicle, but they also occur when the vehicle is involved in a collision. Fortunately, victims of car accidents in Chicago who have been injured can hold electric vehicle manufacturers liable for their actions with the assistance of a skilled attorney. How do the batteries of electric cars fare in the event of a collision? Among the most significant challenges that electric vehicles face is the possibility of experiencing problems with the battery. An explosion caused by the battery of your electric car could not only destroy your vehicle, but it could also result in severe bodily injuries or even death. Even though producers of electric vehicles will say that all kinds of vehicles have a risk of fire, the risk of fire is significantly raised in electric vehicles because of the usage of lithium-ion batteries. It is possible for the battery of an electric car to catch fire and set off a chain reaction throughout the entire battery if it experiences a short circuit. When this occurs, the vehicle has the potential to catch fire, which might then lead to its explosion. When the voltage reaches a certain threshold, the majority of electric vehicle manufacturers, including Nissan and Tesla, have built-in fail-safes that will turn off the battery. These fail-safes are distributed throughout the circuitry. Nevertheless, if these fail-safes are faulty or not functioning properly, the electric car may still explode and catch fire in the event of a collision. It is possible that emergency responders may not be aware of which regions of the vehicle should be cut, which areas should not be cut, and which parts of the vehicle contain high-voltage cables. This is because electric vehicles are not as popular as regular motor vehicles. However, emergency responders are receiving training on how to handle fires involving electric vehicles. As a result, even those who work in emergency services might not be aware of how to handle an electric vehicle explosion that occurs after a car collision. Warning: there is no pedestrian. The sound of a gasoline engine does serve a crucial safety purpose, even though not everyone likes the loudness of their particular automobile. Pedestrians and other individuals who are in the vicinity of the vehicle can hear it as it approaches, and they are better able to track its movements as it passes through the area that they are now occupying. When electric vehicles are moving at low speeds, the silent operation can be especially dangerous and potentially fatal. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, NHTSA, of the United States of America has responded to the situation by enacting a new rule that mandates all hybrid and electric vehicles must produce an audible warning sound at speeds lower than 18.6 miles per hour on the highway. The function has already been incorporated into a large number of models that have been manufactured throughout the past few years, most frequently in the form of simulated road noise. The rule is anticipated by the regulatory body to prevent approximately 2,400 injuries annually. Despite this, millions of automobiles that are now on the road do not have the technology, which means that a pedestrian can be struck without any prior notice. Another issue that arises with electric vehicles is that, in comparison to their conventional gas-powered counterparts, they are typically significantly heavier. Depending on the layout and the sort of battery packs that are included, the 2022 Nissan Leaf can weigh anywhere from 3516 to 3934 pounds. This range is determined by the configuration. As a point of comparison, the 2022 Nissan Sentra has a wheelbase that is marginally longer and larger overall dimensions, but it weighs less than 3,100 pounds in every option. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, IHS, larger vehicles tend to provide occupants with more protection than lighter vehicles, although this only applies to those who are inside the vehicle. As a result of the increased impact force and the increased difficulty in stopping or maneuvering in the event of a collision, pedestrians and cyclists who are struck by a larger vehicle can feel the difference. Alternate dangers posed by electrified vehicles. If you own an electric vehicle or are involved in a collision with one, you need to be concerned about a variety of hazards, not only explosions and fires like you would be expecting. As to the findings of a recent study conducted by Consumer Reports, electric SUVs are among the vehicles that are considered to be among the least trustworthy on the roads. The rates of defects in the internal combustion engines of some of the most recent models of electric vehicles are far higher than those of ordinary motor vehicles. For example, problems with these are among the most frequently seen flaws and malfunctions in electric vehicles. Fires caused by batteries. Parts of the body, controls for the internal climate, drive systems were painted. When it comes to automobile electronics, the systems of navigation filter out any leaks or noises. Electrical apparatus. If the vehicle is engaged in a collision, some kinds of faults or defects are more likely to result in severe bodily injuries or potentially even death. Some of these flaws include problems with the engine, door locks that are unable to lock or unlock the door, failure to accelerate at all, failures of the speedometer, issues with the steering, problems with the brakes, misfunctioning gauges for the fuel, problems with the navigation system, electricity-related issues, disagreements with the transmission. You may have the right to pursue legal action against the manufacturer of the electric vehicle or any third parties if any of the problems that were stated earlier are the cause of the injuries that you incurred or the collision that caused them. An expert attorney who specializes in cases involving automobile collisions can lead you through the process of filing a claim and help you establish who should be held responsible for your damages. Can you tell me what I should do if I was hurt in an accident with an electric car? If you have sustained injuries as a result of an electric car explosion or accident, there are actions that you may take to initiate the process of constructing a sturdy case against those responsible from the very beginning. Included in these steps are inviting members of the law enforcement community to the scene of the accident, being examined by a medical professional, collecting proof that the accident scene, including photographs of the traffic conditions and the damage to property, hiring a lawyer who specializes in electric car accidents, investigating the legal choices available to you, determining the amount of money that your automobile accident damages are worth, the process of submitting a claim to the insurance industry, contracting with insurance adjusters and negotiating, proceeding with a lawsuit over an accident involving an electric automobile. Various people have various circumstances. Certain parties may be able to get a settlement through the insurance company, thereby avoiding the need to go to trial. The insurance policy, on the other hand, does not cover every loss, if at all. The policyholder's coverage restrictions may restrict your options. On the other hand, this is not the case when you go to trial. There is a right to be made whole or to be compensated for any loss that you have suffered. Not only does this include reimbursement for the costs of repairing or replacing your vehicle, but it also covers the price of your medical care. In addition, it encompasses many economic and non-economic damages, such as your loss of income, mental distress, pain and suffering, diminished quality of life, and other similar losses. When you review the particulars of your case with your personal injury attorney, you will be able to determine the amount of money that your case is worth about the vehicle accident itself. If you or someone you care about sustained life-threatening injuries as a result of a collision in which their electric vehicle battery exploded or caught fire, you may have the legal right to file a lawsuit against the manufacturer of the electric vehicle or any other parties who are responsible for the accident. Did you like it? Tell us what you think of the video in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos.